23rd, the world-famous Agora. Go to agoracleveland.com for all the info. Niall, 6 feet under. See you there. Caller 10. You get the first pair this week. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
These days, you have a million ways to entertain yourself.
Are you not entertained?
This one just puts entertain in air quotes.
I am not entertained.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
If you've been watching the show live today at AlanCoxShow.com, a big thank you to Bigly Rinkdinker for assisting. Thank you so much. I don't take that assistance lightly. Also, while you're there, get off to the contest page. Get you all the details on joining us next month for Captain Fun's Floating Fandango. We're upgrading our boat, going on the Good Time 3. Get Maury on there. The tickets that were for sale, this first year we put them on sale at all, and those went pretty quickly. So you have to win them now. So I'll have them for you all week, around $350. I will be doing a couple of Circle K ticket stops. Circle K helping us put this on this year. And so I'll be at the Circle K in East Lake on August the 10th. It'll be the Circle K in Fairview Park on August the 17th. And times and all that stuff at WMMS.com, the contest page. And pretty much up till the last minute, you can register at the website to win tickets too, through Sunday the 18th. And then we'll go out on board the Good Time 3 on August the 24th. Oh, you know, we anticipate it all year, and then it goes by so quickly. So quickly. Brought to you by Circle K. Mattitude's going to spin. All three of us will be there. I think our friend Bridget Linton is joining us as well.
She said she was.
I think we confirmed that there will be no pound cake.
Right, no pound cake.
We thought perhaps he'd like to come and
he'll be
say hello to everyone.
He'll be out of town at a wedding.
He will be otherwise engaged. And, well, it is wedding season. Simply no way around that. We talked about the Olympics earlier and how they were going to great lengths to try to minimize sexual contact. Somebody posted like an infographic on the most promiscuous countries. And they use a variety of factors to determine this. The age at which your virginity was lost, right? If that's lower, according to this scale, you're considered more promiscuous. Average number of sexual partners, that explains itself. STD rate per 100,000 people. So when the STD rate of a country decreases, the promiscuity score goes with it. The percentage of people who think premarital sex is morally acceptable or not a moral issue at all.
It's not.
It is not a moral issue, no. Is prostitution legal in the country?
Be a lot cooler if it was.
A country earns 50 points if prostitution is legal, 25 points if it's partially legal. What the hell does partially legal mean?
Like, that's what we have, right?
Oh.
It's legal in certain places, but not the entire country.
I guess. You mean outside Vegas?
Yeah, it's like certain counties have it.
Clark
legal,
County.
But
is
not,
it? Yeah, because it's like not legal in where Vegas is, but outside in Nevada. Okay, 0 points if it's illegal. And there are certain countries in which premarital sex is still illegal. And they get
What about states?
negative 25 points. You get 25 points deducted if your country outlaws premarital sex. So on the promiscuity chart of nations, they ranked 45 countries around the world. And we got a little bit of work to do. We came in 15th out of 45. South Africa was the only country on the list with an HIV prevalence higher than 14%. But they're on the list. Australia is number one, the most promiscuous country in the world.
Yeah, it's because there's a bunch
Aussie
of...
Mayor here, we just share our parts with everybody. We don't care or wrap it up.
You don't discriminate at all, is what
No.
you're saying. Wow.
No, just
No,
let it
no.
all out.
Uh-huh.
It's all in one big orgy.
And there's probably a lot of down under jokes, too.
Yeah, I was going to say. No rules, just
Day
right.
one, day one.
You might want to get that bloomin' onion checked out
Mm-hmm.
before you come back to the orgy, sir. Australia was number one. Brazil, a nation in which prostitution is partially legal, came in at number two. Greece, for obvious reasons. It doesn't list the United States as having partially legal prostitution. And I feel like that may have knocked a couple of points off of our score.
That's annoying.
It lists us as illegal in the prostitution
Got
area.
it right.
Well, maybe it's not prostitution. Maybe it's like classified as something else.
Oh, they just I was reading they just said,
Hooking.
is prostitution legal? So
I know,
we-
and what I'm saying is maybe our laws say that prostitution is illegal, but
But whatever they're doing
X
there,
is
yeah.
legal.
Yeah, I
Like
see.
it's classified differently.
I mean, we're somehow ahead of the Netherlands where prostitution's fully legal. So I don't know. We got beat out by Chile and Germany and Thailand and, you know.
It's
So-
hard sometimes to be a proud American.
Got-
you know?
You got more work to do, America, as these social mores change and evolve. There's no interest in having them devolve. It needs to move forward.
Social mores. When you just want a prostitute to hang out with social mores.
I didn't get any of the lyrics, but I enjoyed the
Is
work.
that not it?
I enjoyed the work.
Mm-hmm.
So the promiscuity of those countries, again, out of 45 countries, we come in 15th. It's not, people always equate promiscuity with recklessness, and I always took umbrage with that. They treat them as one and the same. There's nothing wrong with promiscuity if you're making sure everything is being taken care of. And that's probably reflected in those nations where prostitution is legal. But by God, we should get credit where credit is due. And if hookers are partially legal in the state of Nevada, then it should be reflected as such. You might have a point with the legalese of it,
Right.
but it's either legal or illegal. As I understand it, ill meaning not. Like Mary is not with Mary Santora disease right now.
I hope you guys are wrong.
I
Live.
bet that we, as neither of us are physicians
A happy
or
full life.
epidemiologists of any stripe, I bet that we are wrong. I bet we're fully wrong.
What if we're not?
What if we're not? That's the big question.
Mm-hmm.
What if we're not? What if all of those Ray songs have been strangely prophetic?
No.
What if you'll end up with some secretion that resembles coconut milk?
You know what happened?
He's been trying to tell you the whole time.
I went online and openly bashed the movie Longlegs, and I got sick the next day.
Oh.
So, is
Wait,
it?
are you suggesting that there's a curse involved with?
Maybe.
All right.
That's what I
I got to get out there and see this movie because little by little, they're breadcrumbing like images and articles, and because you only really do get so much time to embargo these movies. Like, that's on you.
Yeah, that
If
movie's
you
been
wanna
out for a
see-
few weeks, too.
Has it been out that long? I thought it'd been out for 1 week.
No, I
No,
think
it's been out for like 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get my ass in gear and see it.
You want me to tell you what happens?
What's that?
You want me to tell you what happens?
No.
Are you sure?
It's been out for 2 weeks and 3 days. There you go. Came out on the 12th. No, I don't want you to tell me what happens because I'll see it and then I'll know what happens.
Okay.
I'll go see it some night this week. And I'll go by myself And I'll sit there, and I'll make all kinds of strange noises. So, no, you know what you should do? And I do this as a public servant. At great lack of enjoyment to myself, but when I do go see it, Mary, you should send me notes. And then when that part is coming up, I'll yell out in the theater, oh. Watch this, watch this.
By the
Here
time
it
you
comes.
see it,
Here
you're
it
going to be
comes.
in the theater alone.
Who?
You.
No. I'll be alone as I won't have a +1.
No, but I mean.
There'll be other people in the theater.
No, it's been out for so long.
Yeah, but people. There's other people like me that got lives. They can't go to the movies. You know, there's
I
going to be
disagree.
plenty of other people. You ever been to a movie that's been out for like a month and a half? There's plenty of people in that theater because they got stuff to do. They're like me.
Mary, can you do the face?
What's the face? Not everybody's there on night one.
Should be.
I gotta see this before everybody else. I mean, listen, I would like to be that guy, but if I'm not, I'm gonna be the guy that you watch a movie with, and you go, oh, watch this part, watch. That was me when I was a teenager. I was the worst. I was watching like a horror movie or a sci-fi movie with somebody.
Yeah.
And they'd never seen it, and I was so happy they were watching. I go, oh. They'd be talking. I go, shh.
Here it comes. Here it
They're
comes.
like, whoa, you're ruining this for me. I'm like, well, you're talking. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but hey, RIP, by the way, and it's a little premature, and they might end up with a little bit more money, but they were a real darling for a while, and they are failing fast. Cameo is broke. I think we're all on Cameo. Not so you'd really notice it, but we're there. I don't think I've done one in a month or so. But at one point, Cameo was a $1 billion app. And now they have a $600,000 fine that they can't pay. They violated FTC rules. There are a lot of rules that go along with stuff like this for celebrity endorsement disclosures. You have to tell people, hey, we have to do it here and we do endorsement. Hey, I'm getting paid to tell you this and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you have to say hashtag ad and all this stuff. And so things like Cameo that really they had a hard time attracting A-listers. That is the thing. That you go on Cameo and you're like, oh, Jesus. But they had no trouble attracting F-listers like us. But Cameo for a minute was just printing money. And now they're in really, really bad shape. So who knows how much longer it'll be around. Brian Baumgartner, who was Kevin on The Office, he was famously the highest earner on Cameo. He was making $1 million a year just on Cameo. Because
it's impressive.
He was just do anything and everything, right? I mean, he would just send people. What you'd run into, a lot of people would run into in Cameo is you'd have people asking you to say things, and you weren't hip to the fact that they were trying to get you to say something awful. Because it would be like some kind of inside joke or, so how he was able to sidestep that, I'm not sure. But
fans of my comedy pulled together and got me a cameo from Brian Baumgartner when my dad died.
What do you mean pulled together?
Because he's expensive, so a couple of them went in on it together, a group of like 10 people, and then they got me a cameo from him saying, I'm sorry, your dad's dead.
What did he charge?
I think it was like $300.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think a guy charging that much wouldn't have hit $1 million because there wouldn't be that many people. They'd be like, yeah,
I think
$300
there's a lot
for...
of people that will do stuff like that, or it's like $300 is a lot, but it would mean a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Getting one from him because people love that show so much.
Sure.
Because I think $300 is a lot, but it's not. It's not $1,000 like some people were doing. Like people can.
Well, those are people who don't want to do them.
Right.
You're right. I'm making it very clear that I don't want to do this unless you're willing to pay me $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we had Kathy Griffin on the show. She's on the show a couple times a year, and she was pricing her. He was specifically pricing herself so that she didn't have to do that many. Because I love Kathy, but I don't know who's going to spend $600 to get a cameo from her. But so your friends pooled $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to see if I have it. I'm sure I have it somewhere. It was like a month or two after he died. And maybe April of 2021. I know I have it saved in my phone somewhere, but they were, it was a group called this Social Distancing Social Club where they did Zoom comedy shows. And some of their, like, regulars were obviously very familiar with me and then knew that my dad died. And so some of the regulars from this, like, Zoom comedy show were the ones who did it.
And did you cry profusely when?
Oh, God, I was sobbing.
Yeah.
Absolutely sobbing. Let me see here. I'm going to see if I can. It's obviously, it's clean. He doesn't curse.
I wanted it to be from Michael Scott.
This doesn't even count.
Well, he and Ed Helms went to the same high school in Atlanta like a year apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Neat.
They already knew each other. That is neat.
That's neat.
Yeah. What a little thing. Oh, a little
neat,
thing
huh?
for them to have.
Pretty neat.
And he was on Arrested Development back in the day. You know,
Brian
little-
Baumgartner was?
Yeah, he was like in a scene. He was a guy trying to, they wanted to buy a gun, and he was the guy selling the gun.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
okay. It's hard for me to see him as anything but, like, the dopey Kevin character. But to think, yeah, he could play other parts, obviously.
Alan, I still have the cameo you made for me, and it ended with, "Here's to 2020.
Oh,
That didn't turn out so well. Well, listen, I wasn't allowed, per the terms of Cameo's conditions, I was not allowed to tell people in my cameos, hey, there's a global pandemic coming. Now, is that a dereliction of duty?
and you knew all about it, too.
All about it. And I go,
Oh.
well, I'm going to start, but I'm only going to tell people who order cameos from me.
Okay, I found the video. Do you want me to play it into my microphone?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's 40 seconds long. I don't think there's any cursing.
Hello, Mary. Mary Santora. Listen, surprise. First of all, you weren't expecting to hear from me, but your fans in the SDSC community wanted me to reach out to you and offer theirs and my deepest condolences for your loss, both to you and to your family. I'm so sorry that you are going through this, but the fans in the SDSC community wanted me to reach out to you and tell you how sorry they are for your loss. My best wishes for a better 2021.
Well, it's very nice.
Yeah, he's
I mean, he
sitting
basically-
on his balcony.
He just repeated himself a couple times, but it was still nice.
Yeah.
Alan, I thought that, I thought you meant that the band Cameo went bankrupt, and I was really, really upset. No, not the band Cameo. They're still out there doing Word Up. I think a couple dudes from Cameo are in Outkast now. I don't know how that works out.
Yeah, that was
They're like 70.
2 weeks after my dad died. They sent me that.
Right after, yeah.
Yeah, January 23rd. He died on the 14th. But yeah, you can see he's literally just out on the balcony of his what looks like apartment or a hotel.
Condo or whatever, yeah.
Or a condo, just recording a video. I'm like, he probably does that for a couple hours a day and makes $1 million a year. 40 seconds at a time.
Alan, my buddy, got me a cameo from Andy Dick for my bachelor party, and he was in a hotel room doing coke with a guy who looked like Pound Cake and some hooker. And it went on for like 10 minutes. Well, you get your money's worth with Andy Dick. Tell you what. Of course, that's a stage name. That's not his real name. But nevertheless, hope he's doing okay. Hope you're still doing okay. And I hope the band Cameo is doing okay, quite frankly. Even the two old guys are now an Outkast. How does that work? Maybe like a cooperative crossover or something. Maybe like a student exchange program. So that's probably something you'll never let go of, right, Mary? You'll always have that.
I mean, yeah, I remember when I got it, I was like shocked and I was crying and I was like, I couldn't, I mean, my dad had died 9 days prior, you know, so it's all still very fresh too. So to see someone that I've watched The Office so many times, it's been like a part of my life. And I was like, yeah, it was very, I really appreciated it. I was obviously moved.
Sure,
that
of course.
They would go out of their way to do something so kind, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
and
it
it
was really
sounds
cool.
like they didn't say that. Did they say your dad died?
No,
and he
they just said you're lost. So
Right,
I'm assuming
okay.
they probably just said she, you know, lost a family member
Right.
or is grieving or something. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Alan, I am from Brazil, and prostitution is not legal there. we're getting screwed. We have a place that's partially legal. I'm being told partially legal means just the tip. And Brazil, where it's probably good that it's not legal in Brazil. Their population will be exploding exponentially every year. All right, I got a break here. Guardians baseball shortly after 6. We're going to get your pregame going there. They're just doing a 2-game series, one tonight, one tomorrow in Detroit against a